Hey there, everybody. Welcome to our preview for the Blacklist Season 10, Episode 18, titled Wormwood. Now, I know what you guys are all thinking. This is clearly a reference to Calvin's teacher from Calvin and Hobbes, Mrs. Wormwood. If nothing else, you can be one of the 5 people like me who still remember every single thing that is in that comic strip that ended
Oh,
decades ago.
everybody loves that comic strip, but not as much as you.
That's right.
You're such a fan.
Okay, no, I am a fan. I'm a fan of the Blacklist. We're both fans of the Blacklist. We're both endlessly sad about the fact that this show is ending really soon.
Yeah, we only have a few episodes left. And I mean, the kind of unfortunate thing is we're about to go into a hiatus. And there's no episode coming up next Thursday, June 15th. It's going to be coming back June 22nd. But I mean, we are still going to have some content going on here at YouTube because Black Mirror is dropping that same day that there should be a Blacklist episode if the finale wasn't 2.
Why you guys doing this?
But we're gonna have those 5 episodes dropping here at the channel for Black Mirror. We're gonna have 2 a day, and obviously just 1 on the last day. But I mean, it looks like it's gonna be a really good season, so we hope that you check that out.
Yeah, we're really excited to get into Black Mirror. We're really excited about this preview, and of course, we're really excited about our brand new exclusive Blacklist video over on our Patreon. Just check that out. We have it in the link below. And this video, it's all about the series finale. And it is really all about everything we know about the series finale. And also some rumor patrol, because there's some rumors out there and they got to be patrolled, everybody.
No, there's a lot of information out there about the finale. Some of it true, some of it questionable. So this video that we have over on our Patreon covers all of it. Everything that we know to be true, everything that is a rumor that could be true, and everything that's a rumor that's probably not happening.
All right. So Wormwood. June 22nd, because next week, golf is apparently more important than Raymond Reddington.
Ooh.
Yeah.
At least we'll have Black Mirror.
Yes, that makes it a little bit better. Okay. Other good news about this episode. Diego Klattenhoff, there we go. Pronunciation is clearly my strong suit. Directorial debut. Good for you, Diego. After like 10 years on this show, you get to do something like this.
It's kind of surprising, actually, that he hasn't directed before, to be honest. Maybe he just hasn't wanted to and was like, it's the final season. Well, why not?
Can you imagine directing Spader? Like, just throwing that out there for a little bit.
No, listen, I'm a former, actual film director. I did the first full-length HD 24p film ever made in Canada. I couldn't. I would just be on set being like, hi, no. Whatever you want to do, we'll just roll. You let me know.
Here's what I would do. I would just be like, go over there and just cook. Go over there and just say a bunch of stuff. I'll record it. It'll all be happy in the end. Okay, here's the synopsis for this episode. Red's attempt to mediate a meeting between 2 rival families takes a deadly turn. Ooh, who are the deadly families?
It's pretty they're not giving anything away here. And It sounds like it's kind of just going to be like Blacklister of the week sort of thing of these 2 families that are not going to end up mattering that much in the end.
Yeah, probably not. But there is an elusive criminal who's linked to the incident, and this causes the task force to race against time to save Red and his associates. So look at this, task force. After all the L's that you are taking right now, including the pretty massive L that is Arthur Hudson potentially shutting you down now because he knows about DEMBE and his association with the task force.
Oh my goodness, that's going to be such an L.
You guys can have a win here. You can save the very guy who has gotten you in so much trouble with all of the just messiness with this task force.
Yeah, and I like episodes like this where the task force is really working with Red, because there are lots of these episodes where, Red kind of clowns them and the task force gets something out of it, but really Red comes out the winner. But it's nice going to be able to see them sort of move in this other way where the task force is coming to really help Red.
Now, all right, so this is a weird episode to talk about right now just because there aren't any photos out there for it yet. we all know how we feel about the promos that NBC are putting out at this point.
Yeah, they're all just like nonsense of recycled stuff or stuff that they've shown since the beginning of the
Yeah.
season. I mean, we've long learned that you can't really trust their promos anyway. Remember that whole period of time where Liz was missing and she was in every promo and it was like she's not even on the show.
Okay, this is what I want to do though. I want to give some advice because I feel like we can be very helpful people on this channel. And Arthur Hudson, let me make this clear. It's not that I want to help you. It's just, if I was you, here's what I would do. You have a lot of information right now. You clearly can potentially ignite something big when it comes to the task force. Don't be a dum-dum with this, because here's what being a dum-dum is. I know that the most notorious criminal in recent history is attached to an FBI organization that is unprecedentedly bad news. I'm just going to go and sit on this and talk to other people. Go to the press. Go up there, grab a megaphone, the biggest one you can find, yell, "Guess what I know, everybody," at the top of your lungs and see what will stick. Make it so that there is no way you can ever get that toothpaste back in the tube. It is just toothpaste everywhere.
Yeah, he needs to move on it faster than what happened with Dwarf, who ended up in a situation where he wasn't able to go to the press.
Yeah.
Because he planned to go to the press. That was the whole, like, he had this press conference ready to go. And then everything that happened, he was like, I have nothing to say except I resign. So you need Hudson to move on this before Reddington or anybody finds out anything about you that they're able to use against you. Just go out there, say what you know, even if you don't really know everything, and you don't really know everything, but you know enough to start like fanning the smoke out there. You know, Reddington can take as much smoke as you can send his way, but you might as well just start doing something, because we've seen over the seasons that the people who sit on stuff don't get anywhere.
Here's another idea for you. Pick up the phone. Hi, Blair? Yeah, this is Arthur. By the way, we had this wonderful Blair Foster cliffhanger.
I know.
They just completely did nothing with it in episode 17. We didn't talk about that in the review, but it's presumably she's still important, right?
I would like to think she's still important and that it isn't just sort of like a last little thing that we saw of her where she was like, hey, I'm here to help you. And then we just have to assume that she gave all her help off the screen and like, that's it. If we don't see her again, I'm going to be really pissed. Like she's such a good character. And like, I really wish she was sort of the final boss that we were going up against.
She would at least be more compelling than Arthur Hudson. Like, come on. Okay. Let's do tinfoil hat here for a second.
Oh, all right.
Because I'm trying to think a lot now in terms of like, when did these episodes film versus when they're airing and all that sort of stuff versus when production wrapped. We got to be coming up here pretty soon to the episode that Aram is supposed to be back in. And I don't know what Aram would be doing necessarily in this episode, but hear me out. What if Aram is needed to get Reddington out of this situation because he needs to do his computer wizardry in a way that, you know, our guy here, Herbie, as talented as he may be, just can't pull off?
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, we only have a couple episodes left. I'd like to see Aram back for more than just one. Like, you know, if it is sort of just like a farewell type episode where Reddington does sort of say goodbye, do the rounds, have a party, whatever it is that he's going to do to say goodbye. I would like to see Aram back for a couple of episodes. I would love to see him and Herbie working together to see what that would look like.
I'm sorry, my brain is trying to process that idea. It just sounds too good in my head.
Because I love Aram, and I really like Herbie a lot.
Yeah, I think both of them would bring a lot to the table. Now, I think the larger question here is that, why does Wormwood as a story matter right now? Because the thing about a lot of these past few episodes is that even if we kind of thought, okay, nothing really happened, something did. Every single episode has kind of shown us some sort of layer to what Reddington is doing. And, you know, since I've already got the tinfoil hat, my theory is that this episode is really going to have Reddington basically say, you know what, I'm getting too old for this bleep. You know, I'm done with putting myself in these positions where I'm getting captured and somebody has to come and help me. Like, I just don't want to do this anymore.
Well, that's part of the whole thing, right? Like this whole show has been like, I have this criminal empire because I'm using it to,
Yeah.
protect Liz, and then I'm going to hand it over to her. She's been gone in the timeline of the show for years. So really, what does he have this empire for anymore? And that's sort of been kind of what the show's been wrestling with, of like, yeah, why does he have it anymore? Like the whole purpose was to save the person that is dead, and they've been dead a really long time now. So is he just going to continue it on because he enjoys the lifestyle, or is he going to wrap it up to do something else? And we've talked about this a little bit before as well, that
Yeah.
the whole storyline with Anne, where he had that little glimpse into like, what could my life just be like if I was, playing euchre with my friends and just like relaxing, having a couple drinks, having some good food with the neighbors. Like, what's that life look like? And he was very comfortable in that life. So, I mean, I feel like, we're headed there.
I'm sad, everybody. Don't end Blacklist. Somebody, Ted Sarantos, come in with your billions of dollars and greenlight more on Netflix. Someone do something. I'm gonna be that meme of this, like that stick figure poking this thing. Like, do something. Come on, please.
Hey, yeah, I know. It's tough, especially since I had hoped that whoever was number 2, and if it, is true that it's really going to be Hudson, then this idea goes out the window too. But I was hoping that whoever was number 2 was going to sort of be the new Raymond Reddington, and that the task force would work with them and we could get a spinoff. But, it's all starting to look a little bleak, friends.
I'm gonna go up and pout for a while now, but all right, now we have a review, of course, coming for this episode, June 22nd,
Yep.
after it airs. Like
Yep.
Jess said, next week, Black Mirror.
Yep.
All good stuff all the time. Also, check out our Patreon, link in the description below. Everything we know about the series finale, Rumor Patrol, crazy times ahead. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to
you.
all of our patrons, and we'll see you here next time.